So here we go for the Edexcel foundation paper from, COVID year, June/November 2020. It's paper 3, so get your calcs out and let's go. First page, as always, don't overcomplicate, but don't take too lightly. So on the first one, how do we convert centimetres into metres? That is dividing by 100. So 3. Second one, 24. Either do it mentally or on a calculator. As long as you get 8, it's all good. Right, 40% is a fraction. Percent does mean out of 100. It does not ask you to simplify, so why bother? Number 4 just means, do you know where your squared button is on your calculator? 2.5 times 2.5 is 6.25. And finally, definitely easy to make a mistake here by missing one out. So smallest is -6, followed by -4 and 3. -3 obviously. Then we've got 0, 1, and up to 2, up to 7. Cross them off as you go. Make sure you don't leave any out. Onto this bar line graph. So where's 1.4 million? It's here. So how many are above it? There's 5 above if I wanted to draw a line on. In which 2 years are they the same? I've made a bit of a mess of it, but it's those two. It's year 5 and year 6. Fraction and this one you do have to simplify. So first of all, it's a 4 by 4 square. So there are 16 and just simply 1, 2, 3 and so on. If you count, there are 12 and that cancelled down gives you 3/4 again, either mentally or on a calculator. Question 8. So we are buying 200 tiles, 25 per box. So that begs the question, how many boxes? That's 8. Each box costs £9.75. So obviously stick that in your calculator. £78 for the 3 marks. Question 9. So if you do stick in your calculator, it should be fine, but it's good habits to stick brackets around the bottom, just in case there's pluses and minuses on the numerator or denominator. This one wouldn't really matter. It's 300 divided by 10 to make 30. This one, again, stick it all in your calculator if you want, because the right answer is 42. If you want to work out each bracket of BIDMAS separately, you'll get 3.5 and 12, which obviously also gives 42. Reciprocal means 1 over, so that is your right answer. Or if you've done 1 divided by 20, if you want to give your answer as a decimal, that's perfectly reasonable. Next one. So let me show you how to bodge this up using technology. So temperature at 2 minutes. So you take your line up and you can see quite clearly that that's giving you 80. And records 50 degrees. So again, in reverse, going from there along, you can sort it out. It meets it at 8. Do draw your lines on, shows the examiner that you're using, good technique, particularly if it's a scatter graph, for example. And for part C, Pam says, etc., etc. At the end of the day, it's a yes. And the reason for that is the gradient, I'll let you write the whole thing out, is steepest or steeper at the start. Or the gradient gets less and less towards as time elapses near the right-hand side of the graph. Number 11, calcs at the ready because we don't overcomplicate or spend too much time on these. In a quadrilateral, the angles add up to 360. 360 take away all three of these, should leave you with 70 degrees for the fourth angle. We've now got angles on a straight line, so 180 minus the 70 gives you the correct answer of 110. Next, on to sequences. So, easiest way is just to take off 5 each time. And for part double I, just carry on the sequence. So 25, 20, 15, and just keep going. It's not too low, -5. And so you can say they're the first 5 terms, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is the position of that number in the sequence. Then you've got the nth term, so n is 9. Sub it in. 4 lots of 9 following BIDMAS makes 36. Add on the 3, and you've got the right answer. Perimeter means add up all the lengths around, but you don't have them all. So don't forget we've got 7. Take away this 5, so that's 2. And we've got 10. Take away 4 gives us 6. So pick a point and work your way around. 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 2 plus 10 plus 7 should make 34. If you don't get that, get double checking. Simplify. X's first, everything's positive. There are 5 of them. Then you've got 5y, subtract 4y. You can write 1y, but why bother? Next, subtract 7 to solve, do opposites. If you take away 7 from both sides, you get 15, and that means a times. So again, do opposites, divide both sides by 5. 15 divided by 5 gives you 3. Next one, we've got a wordy one. So, let's just focus on shop A. Packs of 4 batteries, £1.60. Got to have at least 30. Now 4 doesn't go into 30. 7 4s are 28, not enough. Got to be 8 packs. Yes, you'll get leftovers. Doesn't matter. It's not what it's asking. So that's going to cost £12.80 in shop A. What about shop B? Packs of 6 to 30. That means they're going to need 5 of them. And that's going to cost £13.50. Not as cheap. So we'll go to shop A, thanks. Nice and cheap. Harry's assumption is wrong. You can buy single batteries from shop A. Now that would actually make shop A cheaper. So does this affect? Doesn't ask you if does it affect the price. It says does it affect which of the 2 shops? No, because basically A is even cheaper. Means you'll be able to buy exactly the 30 batteries instead of having the 2 left over. On to number 16. Keep it simple. 5 blue, 2 green, 4 red. There are 11 cards. Probability of a blue, there are 5 of those. Easy 2 marker. Sum of all probabilities is 1. So we need to do 1 minus 0.3 for Ken's biased dice. Gives us 0.7 or 7/10. Next one. Can't do the constructions for you, so I'll just talk you through it. So the 8 has been drawn for you, so set your compasses using a ruler to a distance of 6 centimetres. Put your metal point on each end. Then over here, draw yourself an arc, and it should end up being nice and symmetrical. or an isosceles triangle? Apologies. I'm hoping yours is better than mine. Next one, you're allowed a bit of leeway on this one. So I'll just mention the mark scheme accepts anything from 258 up to 275. Now on my worked answers, I did a line at 20. Because I thought 15 was a decent conversion. So 20 US dollars is £15. So if I want to get to $345 to find your multiplier, do a divide. 345 divided by 20 means a strange multiplier of 17.25. But who cares about strange? It's fine. Do 15 times 17.25 and I get the answer, £258.75, which as you can see is towards the lower end, but it's fine. Number 19. So got some sandwiches. 56 are tuna, worth making a note. This was 40%, so 40% of the sandwiches are worth 56 sandwiches. Nice little shortcut, let's divide by 4. So 10% of the sandwiches are 14. But we want all the sandwiches. All means 100%. Times it by 10, 140. Not connected really. It just says write 18 out of 56 as a percentage. So as you can see, I've done it as a fraction first. To turn fraction into percentage, it's multiplied by 100. Stick the whole lot in your calculator. 32%. On to number 20. Wordy, yeah, but do not get put off by it. If you get your thoughts organised, you're halfway to solving the problem. So let's organise. A, B, and C. A has 65. B has 100. C, not entirely sure. But if the mean is 80, that would mean they've all got 80. Or in other words, the total is 240. Now, if the total is 240, let's take away everything we know. Subtract 100, you've got 140. Subtract 65, you've got 75. Subtract the 3 £5 notes, take off 15, you're down to 60. C's got a £20 note, you're down to £40 left. Some £10 notes, that'll be 4 10s for the 40. On to number 21. So, throwing a fair coin 50 times. Mark scheme gives no leeway. Doesn't allow 24 or 26. Got to be exactly half. Then we've got Paula and Simon. Read it to your heart's content, but ultimately it's waffle. Paula throws a coin 10 times, Simon 100. It's only worth 1 mark. Don't overcomplicate. Simon's is the best. More trials. You do an experiment more times, it's more reliable. Whoops. That's it. Nothing more complicated than that. Don't think you've got to fill the 3 lines. Number 22. Indulge me for a second while I mess up technology. But basically, as you look down on it, because that's a plan view, all you're really going to see is a square outline with these lines being diagonally across it. And it's 6 by 6. So from there along we go to 6. what we got? That will give us 6. Oops. This will give us 6. Another 6. You've earned a mark. You've got the plan view of the outline, but these little ridges, they're diagonals. So pop them in. Come on. Yeah, I'm rubbish with technology, but that will count as a win. On to number 23. So simplifying and some algebra. When it's multiply, you add the powers. 3 plus 5 makes 8. Over means divide. That means subtract the powers. So C is 3 take away 2. I could write a 1, but why bother? And then the D's, it's D to the 4, D to the 1, subtract, we get D cubed. Inequalities, I know people don't like the look of them. Don't worry about it. Treat it like it's an equals sign. Multiply both sides by 2, double everything, and divide both sides by 5. That's a perfectly fine answer. If you want to do it in decimals, also correct. Next one, Andy. So as soon as you see the words distance and speed, make a note, folks, of your good old DST triangle. D on the top, S and T on the bottom, and you're given distance and speed. So time equals distance divided by speed. In your calcs, that's 1.25 hours, but we don't like that because that's not minutes, folks. That's quarter of an hour. 0.25 is quarter of an hour. So it's 1 hour, 15 minutes. Don't get caught out. That's for cycling. Then we do it for running. Same process. 12 is the distance, 8 is the speed, 1.5 hours. Nope, 1 hour. Half an hour is 30 minutes. Work out total time. So let's add these two together. 2 hours and 45 minutes. Number 25, errors bound, whatever you want to call it. Error interval. If something's rounded off to 1 decimal place, that's like saying nearest 10 pence if it's cash. So you need to go up and down by half the rounding amount. So if you have rounded to nearest 10p, you need to go up and down by 5 pence. So add 5 pence on, take 5 pence away. Don't overcomplicate. Speaking of which, number 25 can be very complicated. So we've got grass seeds, we've got all sorts of things going on here. So let's just take it one bit at a time. So 3 kilograms of grass is good for 5 nines, 45 square meters. Always good to know what 1 kilogram does. Divide by 3. So every kilogram is worth 15 meters squared. Maisie has 5 boxes. 5 boxes means she has 10 kilograms. 10 kilograms means she can do 150 meters squared. Her lawn is 10 lots of 14. Has Maisie got enough grass seed? Yep, with 10 left to spare. So Maisie opens up. 4 of them are fine. 1 of them, she hasn't got as many kilograms of grass seed. So 4 2s are 8. She's only got 9 kilograms of grass seed. As we know, each kilogram can cover 15. So problem, she can now only cover 135 meters squared. Does this affect? Get the yes in. All right, if you want to go any further and say she's now 5 meters squared short or any words to that effect, feel free, but I'll leave it at that. Number 27. So, I don't know why they've got different spinners. Might as well be the same spinner twice. They've just repeated the work, trying to overcomplicate. Don't let them. So landing on a 2, it's a third and 2/3. Spinner B is identical. A third. Whoops. 2/3, a third, 2/3. Work out the probability that spinner A lands on a 2 and B does not land on a 2. So it's this branch there. So that's a third times by 2/3. On your calc if you need to, but it's top times top, bottom times bottom. Next. So, not as tricky as it looks. Do note at how many marks it's worth. Just the one. Use the graph. They've drawn them for you. All it's asking. Solutions are where things cross. The x-coordinate is -2. The y-coordinate is +4. That's it. Only worth one. Part B. Same as. Done all the hard work for you. Use your graph to estimate. So, the actual answers on the mark scheme, the perfect answers, are 0.6 and 3.4, but the mark scheme says you are allowed a little bit either way, 5/100ths either way to be precise, or 3.35 up to and including, but nothing outside of those, I'm afraid. And finally, triangular prism. Now, first of all, triangle. Area of a triangle, half base times height. It's 12, because we halved it. 6 fours are 24, halved. So volume, 12 times 10. Volume is 120. And as we all know, from density, mass, volume triangle, mass is density times volume. So mass equals density is 0.8 times volume, which we've just worked it out, giving you 96 grams. That finishes the third of the Foundation COVID papers. Really hope that's helped. See you on the next one.